It's for fair use, fair use, fair use. Educational purposes only. Again, it's for fair use, fair use, fair use, and for educational purposes only. This is not for any kinds of monetary gain. This is for fair use and educational purposes only. All right.
Well, breaking fuck the news. Oklahoma, yes, the state, will be requiring that teachers pass an America First test before they can teach in the school districts. This test will consist of knowing the Constitution, knowing the difference between a boy and a girl, and many more things. Welcome to the Fourth Reich.
More than 27,000 stores in the U.S. are at risk of closing due to...
And I'm going to pause this sodomite ass. He be coming up with a lot of news, though. It says more than 27,000 retailers in largely rural counties have the highest risk of being harmed by Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. All right, SNAP cuts. So it's 22,000 different stores that's shutting down, all right, across America because of percentage of people who receive SNAP benefits by county 2022. So yeah, they're basically getting rid of a lot of retail stores, all right, that accept SNAP.
SNAP benefits being taken. In northern Manitoba, rare and dangerous clouds formed by wildfire heat are posing a significant risk to the firefighting efforts, according to officials. Pyrocumulus clouds, also known as fire clouds, formed over a wildfire near Snow Lake. The clouds can generate their own lightning and strong, unpredictable winds, possibly even starting new fires.
Well, breaking fuck the news. With the new long list of tariffs that Trump implemented into our establishment, it has now officially raised the import taxes to the highest level since the Great Depression. Welcome to the shit show.
In areas of southern China, insecticide is being sprayed to kill mosquitoes. It's an effort to combat an outbreak of the chikungunya virus. More than 7,000 cases have been documented so far, most of them on the mainland, near Hong Kong. The virus is transmitted by infected mosquitoes and can cause fever and severe joint pain. It's believed to be the largest outbreak of chikungunya ever documented in China.
Сильнейший снегопад накрыл Австралию. 2 августа в Армидейле, штате Новый Южный Уэльс, прошел один из самых рекордных снегопадов за последние 20 лет. В самом городе выпало до 15 сантиметров снега, а в горной местности до 40, а местами даже 50 сантиметров. Это редкость даже для...
I know y'all don't really know what you're talking about, but it's basically snowing in Russia, I guess, a part that is not even supposed to be snowing at.
Этого возвышенного региона.
That's all.
What in the dystopian United States of America is this? Why in the fuck are socks and underwear locked up like they are jewelry? They're locked up. You can't. Can someone explain to me what the fuck is going on and why these are all locked up? Like, I'm a hard pass. Like, I was gonna come buy socks here, and I'm clearly not going to buy socks here. Perhaps I'll just buy them.
And I can even tell you this from working at Walmart. Yeah, man, it's a lot of people to steal, you know. And I used to work in an area where it was majority white people. You know what I'm saying? And man, you won't believe how many white people be stealing socks. You know, especially when you get Jake to come up in there. Jake really be stealing socks, but you know, they might take the price tag off of them and certain shit like that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of shit getting locked up, man. You already seen the honey buns was locked up, the donuts. Now they got the socks. So yeah.
Amazon for my children. Why? That one's locked up too. What the fuck is going on?
And to remind you, they too fucking expensive. All right, it's like $20 for a fucking pair of socks.
Is society that dumb that Walmart had to lock up their socks? Jesus fucking Christ. What is happening? I mean, seriously.
Bill, thank you. Let's bring in the host of the Aaron Cohen Show podcast, Israeli Special Ops veteran Aaron Cohen, along with Rabbi Chaim Mentz from the Chabad of Bel Air in L.A., who just landed in L.A. from Israel a few hours ago. Gentlemen, thank you both for coming on. Aaron, to you first. I want to play one more quick soundbite. Bill Hemmer talking with Netanyahu. This one's important. Watch this. Will Israel take control of all of Gaza?
We intend to, in order to assure our security, remove Hamas there, enable the population to be free of Gaza, and to pass it to civilian governance. That is not Hamas and not anyone advocating the destruction of Israel.
Aaron Cohen, what does a takeover look like in Gaza?
So, Trace, here's where I'm at with it. Without the hostages, Hamas is a broken terror organization waiting to be destroyed. You take away the hostages, there's nothing left. And here's what I think Prime Minister Netanyahu is signaling right now. This is going.
Bill, thank you. Let's bring in the host of the Aaron Cohen Show podcast, Israeli Special Ops veteran Aaron Cohen, along with Rabbi Chaim.
America is now on high alert and is preparing for the possibility of a full-blown war with Russia very soon.
China is even bringing back COVID-like measures to try to contain the spread. The United States has even issued a travel warning alerting Americans to stay away from the outbreak region. Fox News medical analyst Dr. Mark Siegel is here with what we need to know. Dr. Siegel, thanks for coming on.
Great to see you, Ainsley.
So how worried should we be here in America?
Well, we're seeing a lot more mosquito-borne viruses right now. Dengue, chikungunya, Zika, and that's what we should be concerned about. There were 640,000 cases of this particular virus last year, and it's increasing. And this particular mosquito really is hardy. It breeds on very little bits of water, and it's hard to get rid of it. I'm also really concerned about the draconian measures that China is bringing back into place to try to control a virus where they're going to have no success whatsoever. Yet they're sending people in red vests to houses to make sure you don't have any stagnant water in the house. They're spraying you with insect repellent if you enter the city. They got drone planes flying overhead looking for stagnant water. Sending a message that personal liberty is meaningless. That's the problem we had with COVID, and that didn't.
These motherfuckers make these allegedly, man. These damn devils make this shit, man. They make these viruses.
Just occur in China, as you know. It spread to
You just don't get a fucking virus. It just pops up out of nowhere, bro. This shit's lab.
the rest of the world, including the United States with lockdowns. You're not going to be able to get rid of this virus this way, and it sends a wrong message about what public health is.
Yeah, and if you have stagnant water, they're going to fine you the equivalent of $1,400, and they'll turn your electricity off.
So you can't have a cup of water in your kitchen for a day or two. Otherwise, you getting fined. Get the fuck out of here.
Here are some of the stats. There are 240,000 cases from January through July.
Matter of fact, let me look at something. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Yeah, it's just water just not stagnant water is water that is not flowing or circulating. Yeah, like what I said, you can have a fucking cup on your kitchen sink. You know. Hey, what about your toilet? Your toilet not running 24/7. You know, it stays stagnant for a nice little bit before you use it. It's stupid.
in China. There are 7,000 as of. Oh, this is around the world. Okay, thank you. 7,000 as of Wednesday and 90 virus-related deaths. Now, I was talking to you during the break. We were so concerned during COVID because people were traveling into America and they were bringing the disease here. Can these mosquitoes get on the planes, get in the cargo?
Well, I told you, they can't buy a ticket, but they can get in the luggage. They can hide in cargo bays. They can live in tiny little bits of water. Their eggs can last forever, even if they're dried out. And the virus itself can get you pretty sick. You get bone pain, you get muscle pain, you get high fevers. So it's nothing to take lightly. It gets people very, very sick. And it's spreading. And yes, they can come here. And then, Ainsley, they can seed our particular mosquitoes. We got a ton of these Aedes mosquitoes, AEDES, in the Southwest in Florida, and that's why not only travelers bring it here, but the mosquitoes come here as well.
Yeah, what are the symptoms? You mentioned the bone pain, you said. What are some other symptoms?
Bone pain, muscle pain, you can get a rash, you get headache, you get fatigue, you get nausea. The headache can be pretty prominent. Unfortunately, you can even get inflammation like encephalitis. So like West Nile virus, same idea. So these are particularly worrisome symptoms, and it's not usually deadly, but it can get you sick. And the bone pain and the muscle.
Why everything that's a virus, it always seems like the root always comes from China. You ever notice that? It's like, it's either that they always blame it on China or something else, man.
Pain can last for many weeks.
I remember during Zika. I remember if you were.
Around this fire to try and contain it. Still, though, at this hour, 0% contained. There's a good drop right there as he kind of skirts along those ridge lines of 30 acres when it first started, then 400 acres.
My bad, y'all.
You saw the shooter.
Yep. So a teammate ended up coming through. First thing I identified was the hoodie and the sidearm, and then from there ended up engaging him as far as talking, trying to down talk him and trying to ensure the safety of the staff sergeant that was behind me to get out. We just got to the point where I was trying to engage him by trying to down talk him. Clearly that wasn't working, and ended up having to go hands on to try and disengage. We got to the point where the magazine ended up coming out, and by that time frame, the next one was trying to get loaded in. Got loaded, but still had physical control over it. Master Sergeant Thomas coming in to be able to pull him back, and then I was able to disarm him, drop the magazine, and then eject the round. And then by that time frame, MPs ended up showing up.
And he didn't get no reward. He didn't get no money. He didn't get a benefit. This nigga just, they just gave this nigga, they just let this nigga speak for fucking 30 seconds. They didn't give him anything. Like what I said, they didn't give him no type of reward, no badge of honor, no new car. This motherfucker could have got killed. This motherfucker went hand-to-hand combat with a motherfucker. With another person having a gun in their hand, was able to disengage the situation, was able to make sure that, make sure that other clip wasn't about to be put in and everything. And he just, and they just like, well, yeah, what you say you wanted to do? All right, next subject. Like, man, these fucking devils. It used to be when you do something right, some people get glorified, but hey, he's not a so-called white man, so You know, maybe the story would have been 5 minutes longer, you know. What a sad fucking place.
Dove non c'è chiarezza c'è preoccupazione, certo. Così non è che si può guardare con serenità un domani tranquillo, insomma. Io personalmente sono poco fiducioso nella stabilità in un domani sereno, perché Trump è imprevedibile, lo ha dimostrato. Non è che ora è una tecnica nuova che si affaccia per la prima volta. America First, e all'insegna di questo tutto è valido, tutto è da accettare. Non è convincente questa formula.
O açaí que é todo produzido aqui, só a pessoa consumir aqui não vai ser muito, né?
And these are people. All right, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. These are people right here. All right, Brazil, you know, them are people.
Então tem as fábricas que exportam.
Jake.
E acontece que o preço fica bom. Aí se for muito açaí aqui, aí não vai ter, a pessoa não vai conseguir consumir tudo e vai baixar o preço, né?
A maioria das exportações é de peixe fresco, teria que ser Estados Unidos ou Europa. Como a gente está banido de exportar para o mercado comum europeu, a gente fica sem outra alternativa. A gente tem que torcer que o mercado europeu abra o mais breve possível, e enquanto isso a gente vai ter que se adaptar com o mercado interno, com preços menores, com competição de produtos de menores qualidades e menor preço. Então a gente vai ter que fazer um rearranjo.
We thought theoretically that we would be at less than Europe because we have a lowered VAT, because generally we have, I think, pretty positive relations with the US. And then lo and behold, we find out that it's actually going the opposite way, 39%, which is kind of a game over number for us.
And he's in Switzerland. Tariffs is whooping people's ass.
You're a black girl! You know your roots! It's February!
Your mom is never letting anyone in.
You're nothing but a slave.
They recorded that video and they posted it to Snapchat, and then they sent that video as well as images like this and images like this to multiple black students from their school, including this woman's godsister. And that particular fuck around led to this find out. And there are going to be the people who say, oh, they made a mistake and one bad decision and all that stuff. But time and time and time again, with situations like this, we end up finding out this isn't the one mistake. This isn't a one-time thing. Several people in that thread who know them claiming they regularly use the N-word toward black students in school, and the school has done nothing, which led them to feel entitled, which led them to think that was okay. At the end of the full clip, one of the girls says, "Oh, my mom's texting me, and I wonder, does your mom know what you're currently doing?" This is why I say parents have conversations with your children, teach them that stuff like this is wrong. A bunch of people are about to contact those girls' schools and demand action be taken. Those girls will likely be haunted and followed by this for years to come. If you don't teach your kids that that stuff is wrong, the world is going to teach them for you, and it's going to hurt.
Beijing has opened a store featuring over 100 robots from 40 brands, which can do anything from making your morning coffee to helping you move boxes. The launch is one of China's first bids to sell humanoid bots dedicated to the consumer as part of the country's commitment to lead in artificial intelligence and robotics. The robots range from around $280 to hundreds of thousands.
And as this fire is now nearly 5,000 acres, and it is getting bigger by the minute.
It definitely is so big that I can't really show it all to you here on the screen at the same time. Here's one line of the flames that are beginning to encroach into the Hasley Canyon area. I'll wind down to show you all that we are talking about here and where we think this may have begun, where I noticed some crime tape that was set up earlier near a gun range. That is definitely where the fire department will be investigating where they believe that the fire may have started. We want to also show you the first home that we witnessed burning a little bit earlier this afternoon. Couldn't tell if the home was occupied or if it was abandoned or not, but it definitely burned. There was an RV there on the property as well. The helicopters that were on this had to actually switch to structure protection, and they battled those flames back. It looks like the immediate danger is over, but definitely not out of the woods on this one. We're definitely concerned about the 5 freeway. It's open right now. It is not affected other than smoke going across the roadway. Could be a different story into the overnight hours as the onshore flow begins to push the fire. We're going to put up the map and show you. We are talking about a lot of uphill topography here. This is what fire can use to its advantage to spread very quickly. Live at Sky Caliber Head, I'm Desmond Shaw. I want to go to Mike Rogers now on the desk with some of these.
I just want to intervene, man. I'm fucking tired of these fires, man. Like, this shit killing my system, bro.
Evacuations.
Hey, Des, yeah, we've been monitoring these, and there is a new one that just popped up, and it's right at the tip of the fire here. I want to show it to you. It's this area right here. It's called Gold State D is the evacuation order. It's just that very small chunk. It had been previously in a voluntary area and a warning. Now it is now a mandatory evacuation. You can see why, because this outline, this orange outline here, that is the footprint of the fire as of the most recent mapping. And as Desmond was mentioning, it is pushing directly north and east, almost to the 5 freeway here. So this is Castaic High School where Desmond was just talking about it. When we look at this, you can see the topography here, and you can see that Desmond was talking about the hillsides. Well, that's exactly what was happening here, especially near Castaic High School. As we come in a little bit closer, you see it made it just right on top of the ridge.
Why the fuck you got a high school in a dome type, Coliseum dome type setting? Like, why the fuck you got the high school? That shit like a trap. That shit look like a trap.
Of this school before those fire crews were able to use those water dropping helicopters to really knock it back and try to keep it away from the school. But their work still remains. They're still out here too. We can actually find them on the map right here as they're still working to put the...
Who the fuck would put a school in the middle of mountains? In the middle of them. That's stupid. You should never do that. Rather if it was a landslide were to happen, too much rain, flooding. This case is fires. My God. Esau's so fucking stupid, man.
Here's one right here. This is a water dropping helicopter that is currently doing that work, and you'll see them kind of fly through the area there as they're going through the south end of the fire where those mandatory evacuations are, been doing that work. One last look at SkyCal tonight. We'll show you those flames still on the hillside, a fire that was small, 600 acres when we first got here earlier this afternoon.
Well, breaking motherfucking news, Donald Trump at the Orange Wonder is contemplating on sending the National Guard into the D.C. area to combat crime and replacing the Metropolitan Police Department with the National Guard. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm going to say something. I don't know if you guys ever Googled like the statistic of ethnicities that live in the D.C. area. Take a look. Number 2,
Somebody else kind of did this, taking full control of a capital before things went astray. And I just can't put my finger on it.
We want to liberate ourselves and liberate the people of Gaza from the awful terror of Hamas.
Let me get the definition of liberate. Free. Set someone free from a situation. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then it's going to be a bullet in the back of their head. You right. Allegedly, though. You know. Fuck it.
And you were in the Gaza Strip today. You met Palestinians who are fighting Hamas because finally they see that they have a future. They can rid themselves of this awful tyranny that not only holds our hostages, but holds 2 million Palestinians in Gaza hostage. That's got to end.
Oh, look at them. They made them wrap that motherfucker. They came back down. Oh, my God.
So I'll give you a little bit of info on this video. Give me 2 seconds. So I'm gonna just give you a quick little analysis. It says a 17-year-old dies in car fire after fleeing Milwaukee police crashing into a tree, police say. As you can see, it says a Milwaukee police pursuit ended August 6th in a fleeing vehicle. All right, for sure. In the fleeing vehicle being driven by a 17-year-old, crashing into a tree and becoming engulfed in flames, rendering the teenage driver dead. According to a statement from the department, the car fire on the city's north side near North 19th Street and West Hampton Avenue also resulted in 2 Milwaukee police officers being transported to an area hospital, according to the Milwaukee Fire Department, who put out the blaze. All right. So the woman that's on the screen is crying and stuff. Yeah, she basically was she couldn't do anything, you know. Because I was thinking like, well, bitch, why you don't go help him? But you know, hey, you know, it says a little bit more. It says the Milwaukee. I hate that Milwaukee. It's a stupid ass fucking name. The Milwaukee Police Department didn't acknowledge injuries to its officers in a late Wednesday night statement. So they didn't get no injuries. I'm going to show you the rest of the video. It says the department said officers observed a vehicle connected to a felony driving recklessly. They attempted to make a traffic stop, but the driver refused and fled, police said. A very short pursuit ended in 1900 block of West Hampton. The driver was the sole occupant of the vehicle, meaning he was the only one in the car at the time.
Fucking burning! Call the firefighters! Call the fucking firefighters! Dog, he fucking burning, man! What the fuck?
I'm lost for words. Damn.
Let me rewind that a little bit because I ain't really catch the beginning.
They came back down. Oh my God, he fucking burning! Call the firefighters! Call the fucking firefighters! Dog, he fucking burning, man! What the fuck?
I'm lost for words. Damn.
Yeah, dog, they done fucking made this boy fucking
So he gone.
Does your deadline for Vladimir Putin agreeing to a ceasefire still stand tomorrow? Is that fluid now that talks are... What? Is your deadline still standing for Vladimir Putin to agree to a ceasefire tomorrow, or is that fluid now?
It's going to be up to him. We're gonna see what he has to say. It's going to be up to him. Very disappointed. Yep.
Do you have to meet with? Does Putin have to meet with Zelensky in order and before you and Putin have to meet? Or
No.
Are you also willing to? That's actually important because President Putin said this morning he was pretty dismissive of this idea of meeting with President.
Who was?
President Putin was.
I don't know. I didn't hear him.
For you to meet with him, he doesn't have to agree to meet with Zelensky. Is that what you're saying?
No, he doesn't. No.
So when do you think that means?
They would like to meet with me, and I'll do whatever I can to stop the killing. So last month, they lost 14,000 people killed last month. Every week is 4,000 or 5,000 people. So I don't like long waits. I think it's a shame. And they're mostly soldiers. They're Ukrainian and Russian soldiers, and some people from the cities where, missiles are lobbed in and you'll lose 35, 40 people a night, which is terrible. But no, mostly it's soldiers, and you're talking about, on average, 20,000 a month. 20,000 people are dying a month. Generally young people, soldiers. We're going to, speaking about soldiers, we'll see you over for...
Israel just bombed Iran's #1 state TV station live on air. And yes, there are martyrs. They did unalive a number of journalists in this attack. I've never seen anything like this. They bombed a TV station in the middle of a live broadcast for the entire world to see. And now everyone can see the true face of what Zionism is really all about. I want you to take a second and think about this, okay? Would the United States ever tolerate Fox News' headquarters being bombed by a foreign power in the middle of a live broadcast? Would the UK ever tolerate the BBC being bombed by a foreign power in the middle of a live broadcast? Now, Iran is no different. They have sovereignty. They are a free country, and they will not tolerate this either. I can't believe this. Glory to the martyrs. And I gotta say, Zainab, the host, the bravest woman in the world right now, she's already back out on the broadcast, reporting once again. And if you've seen the photos from outside the building right now, there are multiple fires raging on this headquarters. It's not a map.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies? That's it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically. The wife and mother, who is the chief executive of the home, is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
I'm here as a working journalist, and I'm a mom of 3.
Good for you.
Is that an issue?
No, it's not automatically an issue.
Christchurch senior pastor Doug Wilson is the leader of a Christian nationalist movement that believes in a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands. Josh and Amy Prince, along with their 4 kids, moved from Washington State to Moscow, Idaho, where Wilson's movement is based. Do you see Amy as your equal?
Yes and no, in the sense that we're both saved by grace. We're absolutely on equal footing, but we have very different purposes.
The fuck you talking about grace? Grace? Motherfucker, you wasn't given the law, statutes, and commandments. Motherfucker, that was given to the Israelites. Motherfucker said, we are saved by grace. First of all, you're not saved until you make it to the end. It's Matthew 24:13. I believe it's in Mark chapter 13 as well. And grace, nigga, grace is only to the Israelites. That's for you to get right. That's for you to start. These dumb motherfuckers. That's why I tell people stay away from Christianity.
God-given.
But do you see yourself as the head of the household, as the man?
He is the head of our household. Yes, and I do submit to him.
So, like, moving here
I was just
was
going to say that.
ultimately your decision.
Yes,
That's a great
example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote. His fellow pastors, Jared Longshore and Toby Sumter, agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it. I ain't gonna lie. Esau women don't want to be around them, man. These Edomite women don't like really being in the house with these motherfuckers, man. Esau be beating they women, man. Esau be beating their own women. You know, that's why that voting shit started to even probably come about.
beating motherfuckers. Started just beating your wives and shit. God damn. They was trying to escape.
With my household.
But what if your wife doesn't want to vote for the same person as you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that. And I'd support it on the basis that the atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
And Wilson, a veteran himself, is unapologetic about his view that women shouldn't be in certain leadership or combat roles.
Looking at the leadership page for Christ Church, it's all...
I mean, hey, they... shit, they got more common sense than a lot of these motherfuckers. At least they know that a man's over a woman. Give me 2 seconds.
Men, do you accept women in leadership role in the church and government?
In the church, no.
Why?
Because the Bible says not to.
Well, that's not what happens in the Bible. Women do lead all the time.
Progressive faith leader Reverend Jennifer
Yeah, lead a motherfucker to destruction. Hold on, man. Give me 2 seconds. My fucking snake tripping.
Butler is concerned about Wilson's growing influence.
He is rapidly gaining in power. He has hundreds of churches established around the country. They actually literally want to take over towns and cities, and they have access to this administration.
Wilson's highest level connection to the administration is Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
It's not organizationally tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later, the Doug Wilsons and the others.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies. That's it. They're just a vessel.
All right, I'm back. Ugh, you see that Edomite woman ain't like that shit. She like, hey, hold on now. You taking my rights away of being a slut? Hey, wait a minute, don't do that. I want to be a whore. That's how these women move. Oh yeah, this is a quick photo. ICE detainee found hanging by the neck in detention facility. I wonder who did that to him.
Well, breaking fuck the news. Trump orders a surge of law enforcement in Washington, D.C. The deployment follows President Trump's efforts to betray the nation's capital rife with violent crime despite data showing crime rates dropping significantly. President Trump has ordered an unspecified number of federal law enforcement agents to be deployed in Washington, D.C. days after threatening a federal takeover of the city, claiming that the crime was totally out of control. Ranging from violent crimes to thefts and burglaries have been falling significantly, even though they've been falling significantly. But the order follows President Trump's effort to paint the nation's capital as a rife with violent crime. Mr. Trump's highlighted the beating earlier this week of prominent Department of Government Efficiency employee Big Balls by a mob of young assailants in an attempted carjacking. If D.C. doesn't get its act together, Mr. Trump wrote on True Social on Tuesday, we will have no choice but to take federal control of the city. The deployment effective from Friday at 12:01 a.m. last night, technically, was expected to draw law enforcement officers from wide swath of agencies across the federal government. They include immigration police, tasked with deportations, the FBI, U.S. Marshals, the Drug Enforcement Administration, and 12 other federal agencies. The District of Columbia is so fucking small, we are going to have at least 15 fucking agencies dictating what happens. And the majority, I'm going to say, the majority of the D.C. area is African American. He's only saying there's high crime rates because the capital of our nation is nothing but niggas. Do you get what I'm saying? He is going to...
And I heard, let me tell you something. I heard that The crime rate really didn't go up. I heard it's actually the same. You know, let me look up something. It says in 2023, which is 2 years ago, Washington, D.C. had a violent crime rate of 1,151. All right, so 1,151 says per 100,000 people. Crime rate, it says, and a property crime rate of 4,000. All right, so let's see 2025. Oh, in the first month of 2025, Washington, D.C. saw a 13% drop in overall crime compared to the same period last year. All right, so it went down. It didn't increase.
Single-handedly have so many motherfucking court cases, you're probably going to jail for having a blunt on you, and weed is legal in that.
See what you talking about.
The capital of our nation is nothing but niggas. Do you get what I'm saying? He is going to single-handedly have so many motherfucking court cases, you're probably going to jail for having a blunt on you, and weed is legal in that bitch. Let that sink in. Welcome to the fourth rank, everybody. It's fucking happening. Congratulations, this is what you voted for.
For those of you who haven't heard this already, there is a $75,000.
He ain't even got to speak. He's speaking too low any motherfucking way. Join the military as a senior and end up to $75,000 bonus. Who you gonna give it to? Your fucking grandchildren? What a fucking dumbass fucking place we live.
Look, I unswatch it.
What possessed you not to do your thing?
Because no one's going to see my feet.
I can.
Yeah, well, no, you can, but no one else is going to be looking at my feet. Stop taking pictures of my feet! You're making me feel self-conscious.
And you've got it on your lips.
These my feet
It's
are
getting darker.
Yeah, I know it's getting darker. Let's not put tan.
Oh my god. Your teeth.
Can you try not to laugh?
What have you done?
Like, what the hell?
Your feet. Why didn't you do your feet? Your feet are still pink.
And that's the reason why I wanted to show you this. See, they're not white. See her shorts? The little booty shorts or whatever the fuck. I don't even know if them fucking drawers. Them low-key could be classified as underwear. Her underwear is white. Her feet are pink. Another color like red. Who's red in the Bible? Esau, Edom. Self-proclaimed white man. And the ones that call themselves, that. Small hats, big noses, got caught inside the New York tunnels and shit like that. With strollers and shit down there. They claim that they're the God's chosen people, but they're not. Yeah, they the same. The same fucking color as this motherfucker. Alright? It's the same color of her feet. And I wanted to show you this too because Esau, Edom don't want to be pink. There's no benefit to being pink or a so-called white man. Alright? And I guarantee you, She fucked with a couple black people, so-called black people before. Couple of brothers before.
Turn your hands over. Why are you doing all this? Because I'm so pale.
As a matter of fact, that's the second white girl you done seen being painted brown. Well, the other one was actually spray painted black. So I don't really count that one all like that. This one you can see on how much they want to be that brown color. All right. And then the other one, you see that, hatred for being dark.
They want to kill an entire people because we are the next inheritors of rulership over the planet. He already knows this. He knows our future.
Now, who told him that?
But he don't intend for us to see that future. They want to kill.
And he washed up, but it is what it is. With that, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Bashem Kakadash. Until next time, Shalom.